Today, we're going to talk about how to relieve back pain while in spasm. I mean, we all know what happens. You feel that little tweak happen. You get that jolt of pain that rushes all the way up to your brain. And then all of a sudden you try to stand up and it takes your breath away. My back, it stinks. When I was 13, I actually got diagnosed with spina bifida occulta. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I've been suffering from back spasms pretty much as long as I can remember, and I've come up with a few techniques that really seem to help me get through the spasm and help me get back to normal. Now, I am not saying that I am a doctor. What I am going to tell you is something that has specifically worked for me. If you want to feel any changes in your body, you need to become aware of the part that you would like to change. So I do this through segmental awareness, and there's all kinds of drills that you can do. This one in particular, I'm breaking up the spine into segments and slowly going through the cat-cow sequence one part at a time. So you'll see as I break it down, I'm working my way up through the top of the spine into my head, neck, and then I work my way back down, just like that. Also, just exploring how you can move without any particular pattern is a great way to create more awareness. In this example, I'm trying to go through all the different planes of motion with my spine just in a crawling position. So these are really important. These are spinal undulations or spinal waves. What I'm trying to do here is move all the vertebrae along my spine to help recruit more synovial fluid. You'll notice that I slow down my wave when I reach the spot that's tender or the spot that's in spasm. So I'm just trying to go through that range of motion and just kind of slow it down when I get to that tender spot. Another thing that I do to relieve pain while my back is in spasm is to stretch out my hamstrings with PNF, or proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. This type of stretch involves both the stretch and the contraction of a targeted muscle group. What I'm doing here is 30 seconds of a passive stretch followed by a 10-second contraction where I push my heel into the rope, trying to hold the rope steady with my arms. Once that 10 seconds has ended, I let out a big exhale and I pull my leg into a further range of motion. PNF is good for stretching as well as strengthening your muscles. But when you do this, just be careful, go low and slow, and it's something that really adds up over time, so just proceed with caution. I'm showing you here how I like to use a harder lacrosse ball as opposed to a softer tennis ball for a technique called smooshing. This is actually the one move in particular that seems to give me the most relief. When doing this, you want to make sure that you're rolling the ball on your muscle and not along your spine or any other bone that you could hit. Now, when you're doing the actual technique, you want to make sure that your feet are elevated. That way it's going to take a lot of pressure off your back, allowing you to focus on breathing and just relaxing so you can get nice and deep into those muscle fibers. As you can see here, I place the ball underneath my back, right around the area that I feel the spasm, and I begin to work perpendicular to the muscle fibers. Notice that I'm rocking my hips left to right. Again, somewhere around 2 minutes is normally the maximum amount of time that I will do this drill, and I'll just do it once every spasm because you're going to notice that the next day you'll be very sore. So again, this is going to help to work out the fibers that are stuck in a contracted state, allowing you to be able to relax and begin the healing process. So if you are experiencing back problems, there's many reasons why this could be happening. So I'm not saying that my situation is like yours, but maybe you could give these techniques a try. It's worth a shot, and it might help you in the long run. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and thank you once again for tuning in, my friends.